Where are we and where are we heading to?
Still in technology, but how we look for jobs. If you are to look for a job today, you'd start with LinkedIn, which has traditionally been known as a platform to network and get jobs. With Africa being fastest growing continent, the platform is experiencing changes to cater to the growing number of job seekers on the continent. Now, our very own Noah Kipkemboi caught up with LinkedIn head Simas Kleinzi, the head of public sector at LinkedIn, and started by asking him, how different is the African market?
Fundamentally, when I look at Africa, and specifically if I focus into Eastern Africa, look at Kenya, look at Ethiopia, look at some of the Eastern African countries. Firstly, the young population, a massive, massive opportunity. These are young people who are going to have a great future, a great opportunity to thrive in the future of work. But what these people need, and this is what us LinkedIn, we're really bought into, is creating economic opportunity for them. Okay, we want to ensure that we remove the obstacle to employment or the barrier to employment. And the way we do that is by making sure everybody has an opportunity. And the way we do that is by actually educating the population, making sure that the population have the right skills for the future of work. That's as simple as, do people have the right digital skills? If people want to enter a specific industry, do they have the right skills for that industry? So fundamentally for me, it's the democratization of learning, making it available. And when I look at Africa and I look at, when you create an opportunity for an African country, be it by making, say, for example, learning content available, the consumption rates are 3x most other markets because there's a desire, a real need to learn. So that for me is very good to see. I'm really happy to see that when you create this opportunity, people take advantage of it.
Definitely. And what are some of the most sought after content when it comes to learning on LinkedIn for, Africa? And I don't want to generalize because the continent is also quite diverse.
Sure.
East Africa, Kenya to be specific.
Yeah, so two things I see as being very prominent. Firstly is digital skills. People want to understand what social media tools are, what it is to be effective, how it is to use technology. So that goes without saying. But what's really interesting is, and this is a global phenomenon, if I look at the usage of our platform, when we make it available to large populations, nearly every time what we see as being the most consumed content are topics like what we regard as being natural skills, okay, soft skills, essential soft skills. So people will double down on how to be more effective, how to be a better communicator, how to be a better team player, all the kind of things that we take for granted, we take as being inferred skills. There's a real desire, a real thirst for people to actually excel in with these skills and showcase that they have these skills, because it is what will differentiate us from AI going forward.
Traditionally, people use LinkedIn for jobs.
Yep.
And there seems to be sort of a deviation, and the platform is diversifying now, becoming a learning platform. Maybe help us understand the mindset, that change of, LinkedIn is just for jobs, and now we are moving into being an education and data-driven center.
Yeah. So I would see LinkedIn as very much being a one-stop shop, okay? And what I mean by that is, it's always been a jobs board where you and I can apply for jobs. If I have the right skills, if I pass the interviews, I get the job. But we fundamentally want to empower the working population. We want to create economic opportunities, okay? So there's people being left behind. And what I mean by that is there are people who cannot find jobs because they may not have the right skills. They may have a skills gap. They may be lacking a crucial skill to help them get that job. And that's where the learning platform comes in. So we use AI, we use skills, we use the information we have about the person. We look at the job the person may be applying for, and we look to see what the delta may be. And that's where the learning platform comes in. The learning platform is going to be used to close that skills gap. And we're passionate about that. We want to close that skills gap. We want to make education and learning opportunities available to everybody.
Data is king today.
Yes.
Talk to me about real-time data, yes, what that is all about, and how you guys are leveraging on that.
Yes, so real-time data is my passion. You're right, it is fundamentally going to be the differentiator. So when I talk about real-time data, look at LinkedIn as a platform, 1.2 billion members, 5 million transactions on the platform in any given minute. Okay, that's a lot of real-time data about persons, companies, schools, jobs, you name it. It's the representation of the global workforce. That data is crucial in that it's incorporated into planning. Specifically, governments and countries, you need to enable yourselves to perform to your peak and optimal abilities. And what I mean by that is, if I look at Kenya, for example, how do you compete for foreign direct investment? How do you compete for business process outsourcing versus neighboring African countries? All that data is available. You can see how you compare to your neighboring countries. You can actually engage with the future foreign direct investment opportunities globally. So bringing them to Kenya, bringing them to your neighborhood, to your locality, to your state, to your city, to your region. All this data is available. So it's fundamentally important that it's incorporated into planning, decision making, and presenting yourself in the best possible light.